May the peace of Christ be with you. This is a word for parents for the 15th Sunday of Ordinary Time. There is lots of talk about seed this week. In our first reading, the word is seed and won't return empty. Our responsorial has us saying, the seed that falls on good ground will yield a fruitful harvest. The second reading is not as clear, but we are talking about groaning in labor pains and bearing first fruits. So there's growth issues going on here, but we're still looking for the fruitful harvest referenced in the first reading. So our gospel, of course, is a very familiar parable of the sower who went out to sow. Parable of the sower and the seed. Now, I used to think that these references to sowing and seed and that kind of stuff wouldn't make as much sense to us on the East Coast. I spent many years in Iowa, and I always thought maybe the agrarian culture of Iowa and the corn and the soy and that kind of stuff, farmers got that kind of stuff, and even people who were surrounded by farms in the cities got that kind of stuff. But now that I've been on the East Coast for quite a few years now, I do think we do get this stuff. We have gardens. We know what it means to go out and plant seed. We have an idea about what it means to make sure we water our gardens and we take care of, lots of people are doing some home gardening for tomatoes and herbs and that kind of stuff. We get about planting seeds. But even more importantly, as parents, we get about planting seeds. We know that there's all sorts of times that we plant seeds in our young people for their future success, for their future growth. It's like, I want you to do this because I'm aiming towards the future for you. I'm hoping that you will learn this because this will benefit you in the future. We're looking to help you produce a fruitful life and a fruitful existence, not only for you, but that you might help make a difference in the world for other people as well too. So we plant seeds as parents. The parable of the sower and the seed is found in Matthew 13. And you will remember the parable of the sower and seed. If not, please go look it up. But that sower goes out and seeds and he just passes it indiscriminately everywhere. It lands on the path and has to deal with birds. It lands on rocky soil and the scorching sun doesn't help it grow. It lands amongst the thorns and they choke it off. And most especially, it lands on rich soil. And we as parents get that. We know that not everything we share with our young people is going to take. Okay, but we are hopeful and we sow seed. So I took a look at the sower and the seed parable and wanted to take a shot at seeing if we could come up with something that was a parent sowing the seed. Give this a chance. Give this a listen. See if this works for you. A parent went out to parent. And as he parented, some seed fell on those eyes rolled over in the back of their heads. And pretty soon, something else came along and attracted their attentions elsewhere. Some of the parenting fell on hard-headedness, where there wasn't just that much depth yet because it was young and not formed. Whatever we parented with was considered, but it was considered, but not because there was a lot of depth going on there. There wasn't much depth. And so in the heat of the daily culture and an ill-informed perception about what's right and what's true happened, that heat just blazingly glared upon it and it withered for lack of rootedness. Some seed fell among ill-chosen friends, and the ill-chosen friends grew alongside the seed, but eventually choked it off. They choked off the wisdom of parenting. But some of the parenting fell on rich soil, and we've got to believe that our young people are innately filled with rich soil inside of them. And that parenting produced fruit, not just a little, but a lot, 100 or 60 or 30 fold. And we know it was so We know this is true because eventually that kid came back to the parent and surprisingly asked us, when did we grow so smart? That's our parable for today. That's our parable for the word today. Whoever has ears ought to hear. Fellow parents, fellow sowers of the seed of parenting, fellow sowers of the seed of the word of God, keep parenting, keep sowing, keep sowing. Everything will land, and some of it will produce great, great fruit. So here comes our dad joke of the week, and it's sowing and farmer related. Ready to go? Why should you never tell a secret on a farm? The reason why never to tell a secret on a farm is because the potatoes have eyes and the corn has ears.